Hello, I'm Ethan, and this is going to be my PES 410 scouting report next steps presentation. On this, I am going to be first so I made a scouting report, and I'm going to be summarizing my scouting report, and then I'm going to get into, based off the scouting report, the results from it, how I could help this team, improve in certain areas to help effectively perform the strategy that they are trying to perform. So I did my scouting report on my cross-country team because I thought that would be pretty easy for me to, evaluate and look into and, get, splits and all that sort of thing and information for this. I thought that would be pretty easy, and the individual I used was myself for this, so yeah. The race that I focused on was a 5K that we did a couple weeks ago at Grand Valley University, and we raced that at 10 a.m. So yeah. So now, sort of summarizing the scouting report that I did. So I first started off with the team, and it was a little bit hard to do measurements on certain things and take ratings, but I just kind of took the average of everybody and took the average of everybody's splits. So here are the splits that I found. Here were the ratings that I got. Those are our average splits through 800 meters of the race, go down how the team interacted, and then this is kind of our rating for the skills and stuff on average that I thought that we did based off my understanding. So I kind of viewed this as I was scouting our team, so that's kind of how I took it, and I was able to get a lot of information easily. And then here's mine. I had a really good race this race, so it was good. It was my first time under 15, so that was a big race for me. Here's my ratings on things that I thought, and my kick at the end of the race, and my splits and stuff, how I interacted with my teammates, and my ratings on things. So that's just a quick summary. So now let's get into the more important parts here, how, based off this summary, how I can improve as an individual through certain drills, and how the team can improve. So I noticed that our team, despite using this set and kick strategy, not on any specific person, but just in general in the race, sitting with the group and then trying to kick it at the end, I noticed that, our splits were, we weren't very happy with them. So at the end of the race, so I think that one way that we can help improve our kick is by simply, simulating, a race scenario in practice where you're, getting beaten to the ground, you're really hurting, but you still have to, and finishing it on an all-out rep, you still have to go really fast. For example, if you're doing 1K repeats, 5 of them or something, make that the last 400 meters of the last 1K all out 400 meters as fast as you can go to simulate, a kick at the end of a race. Another thing that you can examine from this report is that our team kind of struggled with the mental side of racing here, both through confidence and pre-race anxiety management. One way to get these kind of things up, I think, would be if it's available, talking to a sports psychologist, or just kind of having meetings with your athletes, every weekly or bi-weekly or something like that. Just trying to, speak on, what they're doing well and stuff, and, what they need to improve on. And just I think that kind of stuff will get their confidence up. And then in terms of pre-race anxiety management, maybe, practicing some of these things in practice. There's not typical things that people do in practice, but, if you can't do them in practice, when it comes for a race day, you're going to do them, and you're going to ultimately feel a lot better when you step on that line. So yeah, that's the end of my video. There's definitely a lot of areas as a team and an individual that, me and I could, work on based on the scouting report to, effectively use this strategy next time. But I just focused on some of the big ones. So yeah.